Welcome to our today's reflection, Wednesday of Holy Week. As we continue our contemplation, the journey towards the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ, the readings of today are coming from Prophet Isaiah 54-9, Psalm 69, and the Gospel of Matthew chapter 26, verse 14 to 25. These readings provide us with profound insight into the suffering and sacrifice of Jesus, as well as the betrayal and denial he faced from those closest to him. In Isaiah 50, we read about the suffering servant who willingly endured humiliation and persecution for the sake of others. The servant is described as having a well-trained tongue to speak words of comfort and encouragement to the weary, even in the midst of his own suffering. The passage reminds us of the selflessness and love that Jesus demonstrated throughout his ministry, culminating in his ultimate sacrifice on the cross. The Psalm 69 furthermore emphasizes the theme of suffering and betrayal as the psalmist cries out to God for deliverance from his enemies. The psalmist's words resonate with the anguish and despair that Jesus must have felt in the Garden of Gethsemane as he prayed for the cup of suffering to be taken from him. Despite the betrayal and abandonment he faced, Jesus remained steadfast in his faith and trust in God's plan. In the Gospel of Matthew 26, we are confronted with the stark reality of Judas' betrayal of Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Judas, one of Jesus' closest disciples, succumbed to greed and temptation, ultimately leading to Jesus' arrest and crucifixion. This betrayal serves as a sobering reminder of the fragility of human nature and the capacity for sin even among those who profess to follow Christ. Reflecting on this reading, I am reminded of a personal experience that has deepened my understanding of the sacrifice and love of Jesus. Several years ago, when I was still a young lady, I faced a period of intense suffering and uncertainty in my life, feeling abandoned and betrayed by those I trusted. In the midst of my despair, I turned to prayer and found solace in the words of the Psalms 69, and also particularly from Prophet Isaiah 49, which spoke to the depths of my anguish and longing for God's presence. And these, many of the times, could lead me to sing this chorus always. Msiogope wazawa wa Ibrahimu, Yehova Mungu yupo pamoja nanyi, anawapenda tena anawalinda. Yehova Mungu hatawasahau. Msiogope wazawa wa Ibrahimu, Yehova Mungu yupo pamoja nanyi, anawapenda tena anawalinda. Yehova Mungu hatawasahau. Ingawa mama weza kumsahau mtoto wake aliyemzaa, lakini Mungu hawezi kumsahau. Amewachora mikononi mwake. ingawa mama weza kumsahau mtoto wake aliyemzaa, lakini Mungu hawezi kumsahau, amewachora mikononi mwake. When I could sing these words, I could feel encouraged and feel that even if I pass in those hardship and suffering, I could say, I know God is with me, and this could encourage me to move ahead with my life. Through this experience, I came to realize the profound truth that Jesus, the suffering servant, understands the empathizes with our pain and struggles. Just as he endures betrayal and abandonment, he walks with us in our darkness and moments, offering comfort and hope. Like the psalmist, I cried out to God for deliverance and found strength in the knowledge that Jesus had already conquered sin and death through his sacrifice and on the cross. As we continue our journey through Holy Week, let us reflect on the suffering and sacrifice of Jesus and the ways in which we can emulate his selflessness and love in our own lives. May we draw inspiration from the example of the suffering servant who endured humiliation and persecution for the sake of others, and find comfort in the knowledge that Jesus walks with us in our trials and tribulations. Have a blessed Wednesday. Thank you.